Welcome back to Scoper 360, the channel where we dig deep into the gear that matters most to everyday shooters and serious enthusiasts alike. If you love practical reviews and straight talk about the best firearms on the market, you're in the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and share this video to help our team keep bringing you in-depth, no-nonsense coverage. Today, we're looking at a question every concealed carry fan and self-defense-minded shooter keeps asking in 2025. Which pocket-sized pistols truly deserve a place in your collection? 3 years can change a lot in the firearms world, but the demand for reliable, ultra-compact handguns has only grown stronger. Manufacturers continue to push innovation, improving ergonomics, trigger systems, and even materials, all while keeping these pistols small enough to disappear in a pocket or ankle holster. In this review, we'll revisit 10 standout micro pistols that first earned attention back in 2022 and see how they hold up or even improve in 2025. I'll share hard facts about performance and specs alongside my own real-world impressions from range time and everyday carry, so you get both the objective details and my personal take on whether each model is worth your money today. We'll talk about current pricing, practical pros and cons, and where each pistol fits in the market right now. Whether you're looking for a first concealed carry firearm, a backup gun, or simply a compact option for range fun, this lineup will give you a clear picture of what's still leading the pack. The North American Arms 22 Short is the archetype of pocket portability, a 5-shot mini revolver built entirely from stainless steel, with a tiny 1/8-inch barrel and a bird's head grip that fits nearly anywhere. Objectively, it is astonishing how little was sacrificed for size. The machining and fit are top-notch. The single-action hammer gives a crisp, deliberate trigger experience, and the 5.22 short rounds are adequate for extremely close-range emergency use. Subjectively, the NA is more of a novelty that performs reliably when you need a last resort option. Carry comfort and psychological reassurance are its strengths, not ballistics. If you want an ultra-discreet backup that disappears in a pocket or small pouch and you accept the limitations of the caliber and capacity, this is a true classic for that role. Expect to pay in the low to mid-hundreds for a new one. Bond Arms Bullpup 9 merges creative geometry with practical function to create an ultra-compact 9mm that shoots much closer to a full-size handgun than its small footprint suggests. On paper, it's a short, stout package with a barrel length that is generous for its overall size and a grip geometry designed to channel recoil efficiently. In practice, the Bullpup 9 surprised me with controllability and accurate follow-up shots for a pistol this small. It does demand a little training to master the unique feel, but rewards that time with confidence under stress. For buyers who want maximum power in a nearly pocketable chassis, the Bullpup is a compelling, if somewhat boutique, choice. Be prepared for a premium price compared with mainstream micro-compacts. The Kimber Micro 9 is the Cadillac in the micro world, a 1911 pattern, single-action 9mm with fine finishes, excellent fit and finish, and a trigger that more closely resembles its full-size ancestors than the average micro pistol. Objectively, it brings proven 9mm performance in a compact frame, and Kimber's manufacturing quality translates to great accuracy and a solid feel on the range. Subjectively, if you want a superior point and shoot experience with the aesthetics and ergonomics of a 1911 in micro form, the Micro 9 hits that niche perfectly at a price that reflects Kimber's premium positioning. If you require the absolute lowest cost, this may be overkill, but for those who value refinement and shootability in a small package, it's easy to recommend. Springfield Armory's 911 is a beautifully executed micro-compact that answers the needs of concealed carriers who want reliability, tactile controls, and excellent concealability without a lot of bulk. With an overall length under 6 inches and a weight that keeps printing minimal, the 911 blends a thin, shootable grip with thumb safety options, a crisp trigger, and sights that are useful for quick acquisition. In my experience, the 911 is one of the most user-friendly micro 9ms for everyday carry. It balances ergonomics, concealability, and practical capacity in a way that makes it easy to recommend to both new and experienced carriers. Pricing fluctuates on the used market, but it generally represents strong value for what you get. The Seecamp LWS 32 is a historical benchmark for pocket pistols, with a tiny 2-inch barrel, compact footprint, and a reputation for being a reliable, no-frills defensive tool. Objectively, the Seecamp uses simple, robust engineering, stainless construction, a double-action-only trigger, and a 7-round capacity in .32. ACP are all oriented toward discreet carry rather than range fun. Subjectively, the Seecamp feels like the essence of pocket protection, ergonomic enough for committed carry, but not intended for fast strings of accurate fire. If you want the smallest, most concealable defensive handgun that still gives 7 rounds, the Seecamp remains a relevant pick and commands prices that reflect its desirability and limited supply. Standard Manufacturing's switch gun is a radical take on the pocket revolver. Folded, it is about the size of a cell phone, and with a quick deployment, it opens into a stout little wheel gun that gives the shooter a full-sized feel in a compact form. Objectively, the folding mechanism and solid stainless construction make it a unique offering that blends concealability with an unexpectedly generous grip when deployed. Subjectively, I found the switch gun to be a smart solution for someone who wants revolver simplicity and a large grip surface without carrying something full-sized on the hip. It's a conversation starter that also functions as a legitimate backup or deep carry option. Pricing places it in the mid-range of specialty pistols, and whether it's worth that price depends on how much you value its unique folding convenience. Bond Arms' backup Derringer line is a modern evolution of the classic pocket Derringer, compact, rugged, and capable of hard-hitting calibers like .45 ACP in a 2-shot package. Objectively, the backup is built like a tank with modern tolerances, rebounding hammers, and robust materials that make it reliable for its role. At the range, the backup is eminently controllable for a Derringer and offers surprising accuracy at very short distances. Subjectively, this is the model you pick if you want simple, defensive power in a form that is easy to conceal in a boot or small pocket. It won't replace a primary carry pistol for most people, but as a compact fail-safe, it's hard to beat, and current MSRP reflects its premium, hand-finished nature. Ruger's LCP, the second in 22 LR, is an interesting training and economical carry cousin. It mirrors the LCP's ergonomics and controls, but in rimfire form, making it an inexpensive platform to practice draw, presentation, and trigger press without the cost and recoil of centerfire ammunition. Objectively, the LCP-222 has higher magazine capacity for the caliber and a slide rail design intended to make it easier to rack, while retaining a tiny footprint for deep concealment. Subjectively, I recommend the 22 LCP-2 as a dedicated training pistol or a very light-duty plinker. It excels at range time for building muscle memory, but is not a primary self-defense pick unless you accept rimfire limitations. Pricing for new LCP, the second models, sits in an affordable bracket, which is part of what makes this variant attractive. The Canik Mete MC9 Prime brings a surprising amount of feature density to the compact 9mm category, with a 3.64-inch barrel, optics-ready slide, flat face trigger, slide lightning cuts, optional compensated barrel, and tritium night sights. It's a modern micro built for serious performance. Objectively, the Mete MC9 Prime offers higher capacity and accessory-level features usually reserved for larger pistols, and the ergonomics are tuned to control recoil despite the extra power. Subjectively, I found it refreshing to carry a micro that didn't feel compromised. You get real-world shootability and fast follow-up shots without sacrificing concealability, though the extra features add a bit of weight compared with minimalist pocket pistols. Expect MSRP in the mid-$600, which positions it as a high-value, feature-forward compact for 2025. Kahr X9 represents the brand's first real push into higher-capacity compact territory, offering a slim double-stack chassis with a 3.54-inch barrel and an optics-ready slide, while retaining Kahr's reputation for reliable, snag-free carry ergonomics. Objectively, the X9 gives you more rounds and a modern accessory footprint without moving into full-size bulk. Subjectively, I like that the X9 keeps Kahr's smooth trigger and manageable ergonomics, but adds the capacity and optic options many concealed carriers now expect. It's a solid middle ground pick for users who want simplicity plus modern features, with an MSRP in the affordable mid-$500 range. The Rost Martin Harmonious is a value-focused compact that brings full-size features, aggressive grip texturing, ambidextrous controls, optic-ready slide, and a generous magazine capacity in certain configurations, down to a pocketable footprint with a roughly 3.6-inch barrel. Objectively, it competes on features and ergonomics rather than boutique finishes, offering many of the modern conveniences buyers expect at a lower cost. Subjectively, I found the Harmonious to be an impressive option for shooters who want the handling and capacity of a larger pistol while keeping carry size small. It's the kind of pragmatic pick that often ends up as a daily carrier because it balances cost, performance, and real-world ergonomics. Expect MSRP in the mid to high $400 depending on configuration. Thanks for watching Scoper 360. If you found this roundup helpful, please subscribe, like, and share to support the channel. Drop your questions or which pocket pistol you'd carry in the comments. We read them all. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.